Houston Real Estate Radio starts right now.
Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. I'm out at the Woodlands Home and Garden Show and have interviewed lots of vendors out here that have so many different products, very innovative projects out here. You can find whatever's new, whatever's trendy, you can find it at the home show. So that's why we like to come out, see what's going on, and find some of the best products out here that we can find to bring you to talk about. So right now on the show, I've got Designer Kitchens. Johnston owns Designer Kitchens, and I want to hear about the newest trends going on in kitchen designs, because kitchens are so trendy. You know, I went in one the other day and it had tile countertops, and it really dates it.
Yes,
so what are those trendy things right now for kitchens?
In fact, when we walk into a prospective project and we see tile countertops, we know it's a done deal. They got to get that stuff out of there. Surprisingly, white kitchens are as popular as they've ever been.
Wow.
We sell a lot of white kitchens, and we sell cherry kitchens.
Now, when you say white, you're not talking about those pickled white that used to be in.
No, we're talking about opaque finishes, pure white, or glazed white. When I say glazed, I'm not referring to pickling. Pickling used to be mostly applied to oak or maple. Now white kitchens are actually, we hate to call it paint because it is not enamel, but it looks like paintwork. We call it an opaque finish, and we sell a lot of kitchens in various shades of white. Kitchens that are glazed are also still popular. Some pastel color covered with a glazing that makes the cabinets look a little aged or dated. And surprisingly, we do a lot of distressing work where we take a brand new cabinet and make it look like it's 75 or 80 years old. And you pay extra for that, by the way.
And then you're making it white.
Yes.
Not the normal wood color.
Typically, white is not one that you would distress. It doesn't distress well.
Okay.
Last year we experimented with a client to see if we could do white and distress it, and the two don't seem to go hand in hand, because when you're trying to age something that's white, the first thing that it does, it becomes more yellow than it was white. So that's one of the signs of aging.
Stay away from distressing if you're going with the new trendy white.
Yes. And we also do a lot of transitional kitchens, which are a little bit away from the standard traditional stained kitchens.
So now what about countertops? What's popular? Because granite's been in for so long. Is granite going out? Is granite staying in?
Well, every year new granite mines come online. Therefore, you see brand new looks in granite. Probably every 2 months, there are just fabulous things in the marketplace. In Houston, we have the distinct advantage of being the port city, where much of the granite in that's distributed to this part of the U.S. arrives in Houston first. So we get the best granite at the lowest price here in Houston. So I don't think
still go granite. If you think about remodeling, still go granite.
Strong. Many people come to our showroom and they think that quartz product, which is a man-made stone, reconstituted, and I'll refrain from any brand names, but they think it should be less expensive than granite. Not here in Houston, Texas. However, our showroom is on the freeway, and we see 18-wheelers loaded with 40 slabs of granite headed to Dallas or Austin every day. So when you put them on a truck and you start shipping them, just add $10 or $20 per square foot. That's why granite is so popular here, because you don't have those tremendous shipping costs in them.
Now, what about flooring? Because hardwood floors are so popular right now, but they're not so great in the kitchen because of the wetness that you get in the kitchen from the dishwasher and sink.
With today's new technologies, we see more hardwood floors than ever. And the real theme is now just to do the whole first floor, hardwoods.
All hardwoods.
Kitchen, dining, everything.
Now, are these real hardwoods, or are these the kind of the man-made hardwoods where it's not a hardwood, but it's still a wood floor?
The type of projects that we do, they're using real solid lumber, three-quarter lumber hardwood, whether it be hickory or oak. We've done some in maple. Solid hardwoods is the trend in the mid, high to high end.
Okay. And then people, do they put rugs or anything over them, or just leave those hardwoods, they won't get damaged?
They do put rugs in them, but never in the kitchen. You might have a mat or two in the kitchen, a sponge mat that you stand
right in front
on.
of the sink.
In front of the sink, in front of the cooktop or range. But other than that, the rugs or carpets are typically reserved for the dining. Every time there's a hardwood in a dining room, they've got a beautiful carpet to go under their dinette set.
Would you say that it's cheaper to remodel a kitchen here in the Houston market than in any other market?
By far.
And see that, and that's why I really think it's important for sellers to know that, because they want to sell the house. They've been living there 10 years. They didn't do anything to it, and they don't understand why they can't get out of it what they want to get out of it. And the big part of that's the kitchen.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, this may seem a little self-serving, but kitchens sell houses.
They do.
When realtors show kitchens, first thing that prospective homeowner does is makes a beeline for the kitchen. And smart husbands pay attention to their wives, and when they say, I like this kitchen or don't like it, that's the way to have a happy life.
One of the things that we're seeing right now in the real estate market is that there are so many or so few houses that are on the market and so many buyers that people are having to settle for the house that may not be the kitchen they wanted. So if they do that, they can call you, you come out. How does that work? You give them an estimate and design it for them?
Well, we ask that our prospective clientele come to our showroom. This is a serious discussion. A new kitchen is basically the price of a car. All you have to do is fill in the blank on what kind of car that is, and you can come up with a price point. And as you know, there are tremendous variation in the price of automobiles, likewise kitchens. So the kitchen that you put in your prospective house or current house, if it's in a subdivision, you're a little bit hamstrung on how much you can invest and expect to
right, because you want to get out of it a return.
Except in my opinion, in the current Houston market, especially here in the Woodlands, where there are many houses in the 25 to 20-year-old range, prime location. They have mature landscaping. Location.
Right.
We're seeing some homeowners actually invest a third of the price of the value of their home in new kitchens and furnishings, knowing that they're probably going to be able to turn those if the time comes.
Well, and here's the thing, too. If the seller can't afford to go in and redo the kitchen, and they don't want to take out another mortgage to do that, the buyers, if this is the house they want, but not exactly the kitchen they want, they could still have you come in, give them an estimate on what it's going to take to get them what they want, and, and then think about that as they're making the offer on that house.
I have a great story for you. We have a client that's husband has worked for an oil company that she looked at 200 houses.
Oh, that's a lot of houses.
Couldn't find one that she really liked. Bought the one she liked the most. Called us. Invested another. It's an upper end house. Invested another $100K in a new kitchen, furnishings, fireplace surrounds, etc. And turn the house that she had to buy into the house that she wanted. And I think that house in the current market would sell for full value right now.
Now, we were talking about kitchen floors and how popular hardwood floors are. In the Houston market, are you seeing people go hardwood, or are you still seeing them go tile?
It depends on price point, first of all.
Okay. So your average house here in the Houston area is going to sell around $250,000.
Yeah, it's going to be tile or laminates in those price point houses.
Okay. Over $500,000.
You probably shouldn't invest $30,000 in a floor in a $200,000 house.
Right.
But when you get over the $500,000 point, we're seeing hardwoods, but we're also seeing new tile that looks like hardwoods, and it's absolutely beautiful. And in one project we recently did, they transitioned from the dining room to the outdoor patio with that tile that looked like hardwoods, and it made it look like it was all the same room, kind of a California style lanai, if you will, where the outdoors is part of the indoors.
Right.
And we don't have that so common in Houston because of our humidity and mosquitoes, but they had a very nice look.
Very nice. Sounds very nice. So you do other things besides kitchens?
We do all sorts of things. When people hire us to do design work, they discover that we've been in the business a long time and have lots of contacts, lots of expertise in varied areas. Sometimes I say me and my big mouth because of the projects that we get into. Currently, we're designing an observatory
Oh, wow.
and all the steel work that goes with it. We're doing a fossil wall with fossils from a quarry in Wyoming near the Fossil Butte National Monument. This client has decided they want their study to look like a ocean full of fish. Some of those projects are a little intimidating till they're finally completed. Me and my big mouth cost me some sleep sometimes.
Well, John Johnston here with Designer Kitchens. A lot of great information because, like you said, kitchen's the most important room of the house. Whether you're selling it or whether you're buying it, you
Yes.
want to make sure it looks great.
Yeah, kitchens come in many price points, so don't be intimidated by the price. A good kitchen designer will find you the right kitchen that fits the house and the neighborhood that it's in. There's no reason to design something that nobody could afford anyway. So there are some skills that it takes to execute a kitchen, make it look like you spent a lot more money than you really did. And that's what we try to do.
That's why they need to call you. How
Yes,
can they
ma'am.
get in touch with you?
Our office is and showroom is on Crichton Road and Interstate 45 at exit 83. And our office number is 936-441-2221. And of course, we have a website, ourdesignerkitchens.com.
ourdesignerkitchens.com. All
Yes.
right. Thanks so much. We'll be right back here on Houston Real Estate Radio.